Hi, class. I have been asked to explain a little more deeply what a sinker is in an essay. Um, Excellent essay writing is hard to do, and part of it is making sure that in the beginning of your essay, you catch your reader's attention, draw them into whatever you're talking about, and at the end of your essay, it's making sure to have a moment where you really grab the reader's attention again. The reason for this is most people, sadly, remember the beginning and the end of an essay far more than they remember the middle. The middle's where all the important stuff happens, right? Ugh. But that's the truth. Is this is how people interact with essays. So if you want to get good grades on your essays, especially past this class, like in any future classes, a good technique to impress your professors and to make sure that they think the essay was good, whether it was or not. I mean, it should help. Write a good essay still, but if you have a good hook and a good sinker, that can make up for a lot of other mistakes. So this is a technique that I want you to practice in this class, and that I want you to use in the future. So what is a hook? A hook is using something, anything to grab your readers and pull them in. It's usually the very first thing your essay says. And it should be something like a famous quote, like maybe you're writing an essay about global warming and you find a cool quote from Obama that says something about global warming, or you find a funny quote from some comedian, or a shocking quote from somebody, from a scientist. So quotes work really well. You could also use statistics. It's like numbers. Maybe if you're talking about, again, about global warming, you start with some numbers. There's a lot of numbers out there that are really scary about global warming, right? So you could throw those out there at the beginning. Hey, according to so and so, this research organization, by 2030, the world will be on fire. Whatever. That's facts and statistics that are shocking or interesting are really, really good too. So we have quotes, we have statistics, facts. So anything that you can share that is interesting and or surprising is really good. So let's move off of global warming and let's talk instead about, maybe you're writing your essay about wolves, that you think that about saving wolves. Maybe that's it. I don't think they're really endangered anymore, but maybe they still are. I don't know. You're writing an essay about that and you want to convince us all to save the wolf. So you could have a fact as your opening hook, right? Maybe the fact could be, for example, that wolves have the greatest natural range of any animal, second only to human beings. That's a cool fact, right? And it's true. You'd want to find a source for that besides me, but I have happened to have read that. So things like that, facts, are also really good. So we have quotes, statistics, facts, and a story. That's for kind of an advanced move, but it's really good. You could start and tell a story. You could even tell just a few lines of it, but say you were writing again about wolves. You could start the story with maybe something to pull the reader in to a wolf's experience. Maybe you describe in vivid detail a wolf stalking its prey and then getting shot by a hunter, just something like that. I don't know. That's a really, really good idea, and it works really, really well. Human beings seem to be wired for story, so we pay attention when people start telling stories. So those are really good ways to start an essay. Those are hooks. Sinkers are the exact same thing, but at the very end of the essay. So the very last thing you say, and they do that. You can use the exact same things. You could have a quote. Maybe at the very end of your essay, you have a cool quote. That's, again, nails your point down, or is funny, or kind of makes the reader think about a bigger purpose to do with your essay. Those are really good ideas. Quotes, statistics, facts, and story. One really cool thing you can do is, if you decide to tell a story in your hook, is you can finish the story in your sinker, and that's pretty effective. People will really love that. So these are advanced writing techniques. I want you to use them. I want you to practice them, and that will help you a lot. Your future essays, you'll get better grades if you do things like this. So hopefully this helps. Let me know if you have any questions.